Greetings, Facebook, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I just jumped out of a dream. Um, I hope this will reach many persons as possible. Just wake up. I just put on a shirt, put on this, and just said I'm going on Facebook to tell her that love is real. Let me tell you about the dream that I just get. Just wait. I just wake up. Please listen. Please listen. This is a reality thing I'm telling you. I just jumped out of a dream. And this is all about love. I just put on a shirt, put on a jacket, and just come right on Facebook immediately. I got a dream that myself and somebody was heading to some loss of a funeral. The person that I carry in a vehicle, he was having some other discussion that he will sell the vehicle. Somebody buy him the vehicle. So I'm going to sell the vehicle. But the price that he's going to sell the vehicle is very, very, very cheap. I didn't know. So me and the person drop him off of some family relative home. Drop off some family relative home. The person was on the cellular phone. This is reality, I'm telling you. In the dream. In the dream, just get up out of the dream. Please listen. While he was on the phone, because there's a family setting, but I was there, but I was a stranger. The person, his family relative was there and he was on the phone. While he was on the phone, please listen. This is a dream the Lord dreamt to me. They heard him that, because they bought the car, for instance, on $100,000. And he's selling it for $10,000. Sorry. $100,000 and he's selling it for $10,000. Earning. You know how, you see, this is all early. The person, his family relative, did not hurt him. His family relative, one of his family relatives, get up. Did not do him anything. Take out a big, because I think he was smoking or something, or some fire. And his family relative burned me in my back. Did not hurt him, I didn't know nothing about it. Burned me into my back with something very, very hot. I mean, I can feel discomfort. I feel pain. I feel hurt. This is a dream, reality dream. I'm telling you. Please listen. The Lord wake me. Just wake me out of my dream. He burned me in my back with that hot piece of some instruments or whatever he has in his hands. Did not hurt him. I didn't know nothing about it. I rush out of the house because I begins to cry because, I'm feeling discomfort because I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing has happened. The young man that is going to sell the car for $10,000, his family bought the car. This is a dream, I'm telling you. This is reality, I'm telling you. Just wake up. Just wake up. I was so upset. I was so mad. I was so mad, but I was a child of God. I was a child of God in the dream. I rushed out of the house. He sat there with this evil eye looking at me. And while I was in the dream, feeling that extremely pain, right? That extremely pain from the burn that the person burned me in my back in the dream. Is the person who they give the car literally as a gift. He's selling it from 10,000 from if they bought it for $100,000 and he's selling it for $10,000. I didn't know about it. I don't know one that get the burn for it. While I was in the dream, I already know what the dream mean. While I was in the dream, I run, see if I can find a policeman. Run down the road and I found one. So I carried him when the home that the man that burned me in my back, literally burned me in my back. He wasn't there. He was next door because they was heading back to some other places. While I was in the dream, this is reality. I'm telling you, in the dream, tears begins to run in the dream, because it's like it was extreme pain. Remember, I'm a child of God. In the dream, the police found him, or the cop found him, ready to write a statement. He knew that he's going to jail. He knows that he's going to jail for what he has done. He knows. But the thing is, the person, so what happened is that now the person that he carry, he couldn't carry them back because he's the one that is licensed to drive the vehicle. He's there and everybody's there and everybody's shocked and I'm ready to press charges. Right? While I was there in the dream, remember I'm a Christian believer. When the police begins to write down the statement, ready to lock him up, because everybody knows around him, I hold the police and said, don't press no charges. In the dream, this is, I just wake up in the dream. Even though I was feeling this extreme pain and hurt in the dream by the hot instruments that burned me in my back. I mean, extremely. All of my back was so hot. You can see the big mark right through my clothes. You know when you put iron on a clothes and it just melt right through it? Yes. I turned around and told the police that I'm dropping every charges that the individual has done to me. Everybody was shocked. I turned around and said, love conquer all. I turned around when I was walking out with tears in my eye like baby. I said, love conquer all. And I walk. Tears, everybody was shocked. I jump out of my sleep. When I jump out of my sleep, tears begins to run in the physical as I see me now, before I put on my clothes. Tears begins to run out of my eyes. Just want to tell someone that love conquer all. People may hurt you. You don't want to love again. But love conquer all. It's not easy to love, but it's a process to love. In ministry, let me break down something for you, just for your knowledge, for the world to know. And let me tell you what a man of God have been through. Or probably let me tell you some of the stuff that I've been through. Let me use myself as an example. My genuine heart, I've been helping people all my life. From loss of my parents, both mother, both father, physically. I did not have any hatred in my heart. I begins to help a lot of persons in my entire life. Do my very best. They ridicule me. They reject me. But I still help them anyway. Love conquer all. in spite of your pain, love conquer all. Many persons have said that I am jealous of them, or jealous of so and so and so. I've never jealous of over nobody. And I always say this: your gift is different from my gift. My gift is different from your gift. I've never ever bad mind nobody for anything, whether it's for them house, them car, anything, the church, anything. I've never bad mind nobody. People are still told a lot of lies on me. The list can goes on. That I'm jealous of so and so and so and so. That I want to take over. I am walking in people's glory. I don't need to walk in nobody's glory. Because God give every man, every woman different gifts, different talents. Right? I've been ridiculed. Person has slandered my name, trying to attack my character. And the only thing that I've ever done is try and show love towards this nation. And the Lord remind me that I must keep on doing love in the dream. No matter what the circumstances may be, still show love. Right? Church people is hurting people. Church is like an hospital. Various different types of illness and sickness, and over the surgery. Different types of case. Same thing that is in the hospital is in the church. But the only difference is that in the hospital and hurt, it's physical. But in the church, it's not physical, it is also spiritual. People have different social background. People has been raped, molested, um, um, broken homes, broken marriages, broken everything. Never grew up with a father or a mother. People has been broken in the church. So they will rise up against me or anybody that is, or any leader in the church, because they saw us as an easy prey or an easy meal to get back without us reacting or reacting. Right? I've never jealous over nobody ministry. Never. I never want to take over nobody ministry. I don't bad mind how much money any human being getting at all. It's one to me, I don't run down money. People has fabricate lies upon me. Still show them love. All of these times still showing them love. I will be dying in ministry and making people happy in ministry. I have lost a lot of happiness because of ministry. I have sold up my entire being to help people in ministry, and the same person that I help turn around and bite me in a lot of sense. I have learned while I was in ministry, people ridicule anything that I do. If I walk alone, them say something wrong with me. If I walk with a man, them say me gone the other way. If I walk with a family relative, them say me and a family relative, them there. Love conquer all still. And your love will be tested regardless of who you are. The love of Christ that is inside of you, because love comes from Christ, will be tested. In any means, anyhow, anything possible. And if you're asking for God's love, prepare for it to be tested. If you're asking for God's love, if you want to love like God, prepare for your love to be tested, whether it's near or far. Whether it's near or far. I have been in a state of where that I fall on my face both. They never want to put depression. Let me use that word. And that's the enemy. And I still remain in love. I've been isolated in ministry. still try to show love. I have take a lot of blows or words or ridicule or fabricate because I'm protecting the weakest ones in ministries. Let me repeat myself. I have been ridiculed, been put aside, right? Being people trying to set me up because I protect the weakest ones them that are in the church. The weakest ones them that are in the church. I have been a church members as not, this is reality, I'm telling you. This is my life, I'm telling you. And that's why I said love conquer all. And the Lord remind me in the dream that love conquer all in spite of what person has done. I have personally, and probably this is the first a lot of person will know this. I have been leaders has been trying to sabotage, trying to punish individuals in churches, leaders trying to punish members that they don't deserve to get because they did not, probably for instance, probably don't greet them properly, probably don't acknowledge them, probably they did not pick up that on time, probably, and I've been ridiculed because I'm protecting that individual behind the scene. I've been protecting these babies that are in the ministry behind the scene. And many persons will never know. I've taken the nail, I have taken the ridicule, the ostracize, the criticize, protecting the weaker ones them in the church. And it's so ironic. I live to see that the babies them that I've protects in many ministries is the same babies them that I seen sidestep me, reject me, cuss me out, blaming me, and I am being the one that protects them behind the scene. I've taken a lot of stuff for the weaker vessels them in the church. I, Winston Reid, take a lot of blow, lot of retaliation, because I realized that individual or that baby has not overcome probably a hurt, probably a death from the loss of their probably their family or your loved ones. I realized that the weaker vessel in the church don't overcome them rape or the molestation, so the individual could be angry, upset, you name it. Probably that individual wants to. Let me tell you, I've taken a lot of blow trying to protect. I didn't have to do it, but I took it on because I want to see that individual, that weaker vessel in the ministry, that baby in ministry grow. And silently, I've been taking many of these action that I don't deserve. It's not me one that is that cause it, and because of that now it seems like I want to take over ministry because I'm taking all the licks for all the weaker vessels them in the church. Yeah. People want to, leaders want to put down members or the weaker vessels in the church because they make a mistake, and I've took the lick for that individual behind the scene. And I've been suffering behind the scene for many, many babies in the ministry. I come and I still operate. I still try my very best to steer the weaker vessels without even the weaker vessels, them are the babies, them in the ministry, understand. And I've been getting these hurt or pain because I stand in the middle between other leaders and the babies them that are in the church. And I stand behind the church and I take all the licks for them. If I didn't stand in the gap, many of these babies will leave the churches them. If I didn't stand in the gap for these babies, you would have a lot of church hurts. Some of them will never recover. Because some of them have on the brink that if they step out of the ministry, I know if they step out of the ministry, they will hate church like wow. I know if them step out of the ministry, they will never come back that easily to Jesus Christ. If they step out of the ministry. If they step out of the ministry, I know many of them will go back and live with a man. Or go back and pick up the gun. Or go in the rum bar. I know. Because I sat and I watched and I analyzed their personality and I begins to pray. And I said, God, I'm really sacrificing my credibility, my happiness just to make church babies survive in church. The Lord said yes. And I've been taking that for years. Years from church leaders trying to kill babies in churches. Years I took that, trying my very best to protect babies in church. I've seen church leaders trying to use babies in church. You know what I do? I help the babies them, whether it's ushering, whether it's teaching the word, whether it's anything. I try to help the babies them in the church. And because of my love that I have, that I'm protecting these babies, they don't know and they will not know. And this is the first time any of you guys will ever hear this. Because I'm protecting these babies that is in the church, I lose out all my happiness. I lose out many promotion, many tigers, because I protect these weaker vessels, them that are in the body of Christ, from people, leaders that is in the church. I realize that many leaders make mistakes, and because many babies in the church make a lot of mistakes. And because I stand in the gap indirectly, standing in the middle, taking all the leaks, taking all the negatives for them. And I try my very best to help them to be mature, not to come off of breast milk and start eat hard food. Because many of them have great gifts, great prophetess, great ministers, great pastors. They just need guidance. And I've been ridiculed because I'm trying to help the individual, whether it's male or female, indirectly. I've been ridiculed for it. And because of that, now they say that me and so they, or me have a lost spirit, or me lossy. And this is facts I'm telling you. And who want to take this the wrong way, take it the wrong way, but that this is just the facts. They say that I'm jealous. People say that I'm bad mind. just because my action was to protect the babies them that are in the church. The babies them wouldn't know. So now the babies them will always take side with all these leaders. This is, I'm telling you. And this is how my character, my names, being smeared by people. And let me say this to you as a man of God. No one has ever, they tried. People like me off, tried and say that me sleep with them. And I'm being realistic here. And I said that my integrity, the Lord will prevail. People tell lies that me I look Jackie, Pam, and Pamela and Susie, and it's never worked. I've learned things in church that I can build my ministry for 40 years and 30 years and one mistakes by sleeping with any woman can carry down my ministry that I've been sacrificing all these years. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. And I stand my ground as a man of God. Listen to me. I've been isolated tremendously bad. That's why the dream, when the Lord begins to wake me and give me that dream, it was you would ever understand. I took the blame. Sometimes it's so ironic because I took the blame so much and it's so severe. Sometimes I'm trying in an indirect way to be a little rough with some of the babies then because I want them to wake up fast. Because my time of helping them is limited. Because I know the leaders is going to come after them. So I try my very best to push them and, be firm with them. Because I know that if I don't do that, anytime if a leader, the leaders, or the head, come at them, I know they won't recover. I know. So I'll be a little bit firm. I'll be a little bit strong because remember, I'm always around the background, listening, observing. Yeah. And sometimes person may see me in the church and say I'm miserable, but they don't know what I'm going through, trying to protect them. Sometimes person may say in the church that, listen, I'm on the back burner. If it wasn't for me today, if the Lord did not allow me to be in the gap for these babies in the church will be empty. Believe you me, brothers and sisters. And this is the reason why many persons say that I'm jealous of leaders, or I'm bad mind of leaders, or I'm jealous because this person is getting this wealth or material stuff, or they're getting the breakthrough more than me because I am always around the back burner. I don't look for the stronger ones them in the church. I look for the weaker ones them to help. And that is how I show my love to many of them. And as I said before, I turn around to see many of these babies. Some of them don't know. Really and truly, they don't know. But I know in all these churches them that I've been to, they will listen to this. I know they can pick sense out of nonsense. They're not stupid. They are very intelligent. And all these leaders that are hearing this, I know you're very intelligent to know. I have been hurt, plunged in sorrow, of a lot of pain. This is then called church pain. That I have suffered, not of my own will, but by the will of man, because I am protecting the babies them in the ministries. Mike has been pulled aside because I have stand up for this so and so. I could not speak to many persons because I'm trying to protect them. So I sacrifice myself behind the scene as a pastor, behind the scene as a leader. I've sacrificed myself behind the scene for the babies them's in the church. Because I don't want him to lose. Don't want him to go out. Know that they have been hurt. Whether it's by man, whether it's by molestation, whether it's by their father, whether it's by their mother. And I sacrifice myself. Instead of them get the pain or the blow, I took it for them. I took it for them. And that's why I'm telling every human being that is here, leaders, I don't want to have a church. I don't want to have a church. Just want to help you and move on. Let me say it again. So when you see, I said to you that I don't want a church. Everything is for a reason. Everything. I took enough ridicule, ostracize, fabrication of lies that I'm jealous, that I want to take over. I'm in a competition, and I'm this, and I'm that. I am tired of it. I took on that nail print in my hand, that nailed in my hand, my nailed in my foot, because I'm protecting the babies them that are in the ministry. That's why I don't want no church. I just want to help. I just want to build the heart of God's people. I thank God that I'm reaching people worldwide. Thank God that I'm impacting people worldwide. I'm seeing persons being put down in churches. And this is how I put down in churches, because the person did not do one thing right. And nobody is perfect in church. Nobody is perfect in church. The person them look on, leaders look on that the individual. And that's why I said love. And this is how Jesus Christ does it for us. Because people done to many things to us, but he took it for us. He took the nail print. They call him all sort of name, blasphemer. Then crown him with thorns on his head. They pierce his side, them give him vinegar for drink. He took it for all of us. You talk about Christianity. A pastor is not a pastor unless he sacrifices himself for his sheep. The love of God that is in that pastor. A pastor is not a pastor if he doesn't sacrifice even his very own happiness just for the sheep to survive. That's why I'm like that person. I leave the 99 behind and look for the one that is lost. I've never jealous of anybody over any ministry. Never. I have not bad mind over nobody ministry. I have never in competition with nobody in any ministry at all. Because I don't believe that Christian must compete with Christians. And if I found out that you have the competitor and you have that spirit, I begins to ease back off the gas and begins to get back to a level. And that's why I have this thing known as my humility. I have humility. I try to be very humble. I try to be respectful. I try not to speak bad about any leader. If I don't have anything good to say, I don't say nothing at all. Right? Listen, I have been hurt more by church leaders than by members. I protects the weaks them in the church. The weaks them in the church probably want local food in the church, food in the church. And I begins to talks to these leaders. Everybody reject because probably the person that want the food done something. But the Bible said that, oh, if your enemy is hungry, feed him or her, right? And I would took a parcel, or I will use my own money. And if I use my own money and give to that individual, them say me and that individual there. Remember, you know, the person is hungry. The person have done gas done. The person don't have anything. Or the person husband, because husband don't give them the money and they don't have the money and they're hungry. What would I do as a pastor? What should I do as a man of God? What should I do as a God, as a vessel? Should I make the person go back and die of hunger? Or would you, as a man or a woman of God, have a little chum change in your pocket, buy a little grocery for them? What would you do? I have done that for several people in all my life, babies in the church. And you heard that me and him there. Or me lossy. Or me I look this a person there. Which it is far from the truth. It is far from the truth. I've been in ministry with a lot of ladies. Lot of ladies before. And I'm coming from a crusade. And even although they have, one of the ladies may have 2 or 3 or 4 bedrooms, I tell them to drop me home. I never normally sleep over into ladies wherever I go, females that are in the church house. I practice myself not to do so unless it is compulsory. And if it is so, I would not even want to sleep in their bed. I will, unless it is my own room them give me. If I don't need an alternative, because sometimes I'm very tired. Or I will sleep in the couch. Or I will sleep in the chair. Or I will sleep on the veranda. Because I am because of people's fabrications and lies. And that's why many persons may say that listen, people quick to ready to ridicule a man of God than a woman of God in any means and anyone. That's just the truth. I've never jealous of anybody ministry. I've never bad mind of anybody ministry. I just get these bad reaction because I'm protecting, as a father figure, as a man of God, as a daddy, as a leader, as a pastor for the babies them that are in the church. And I live to see that many babies now that I've protected so much in the church, now some of them becomes a enemy to me. Some of them probably have bad things to say about me in their mind. And if pity they don't know. And it's not everything is spiritual. Because everything is spiritual and demons and shama. No. Some things people just literally going through some emotional unstableness. They just need guidance. And I try my very best to guide individual, both men and women. And because of that now, I was outcast. I was an outcast in ministry. I don't want no ministry. I told God that I don't think I would want a church. It has been pushed on me. In various ways, church has been pushed on me. I don't think I can take any more blow or any more ridicule by leaders. Worse if the leaders is over you. By bishop, by apostles, by the founder or the overseer. I don't think I can take any blow for no members. Again. And this is the reason why many times I was isolated, because the information that I know a lot of information in ministries that's why my name has been slandered, been scarred, or my reputation being slandered and scarred, because I know a lot of information that is coming from the heads of departments in churches. So they slander my name, my character. I'm jealous, I'm a bad mind, me love money. Poor me no love money, coming out to big on Facebook. Anybody know, really and truly know. That's what I'm saying. Get to know the individual. Get to know the individual. Yeah. I am this, and a lot of person will take this life very offensively because it's just the truth. And a lot of persons in all these churches will try and react and look out for it. And my words will not sat down like that, because no all the world, because this can't delete unless I delete it. Right now, all the world knows is hearing a little bit about my past or my life. Who feels it knows it. Who feels it knows it. And if you want to share it, just share it. And if you don't want to share it, I don't care. Greetings to everybody. I will not take no more ostracize for any church members or church babies. But I will do my very best to still try and protect them. And I will still sacrifice myself to protect these babies in church. It's not easy. As a man of God, I don't need to do all of this. I ask God why I took on the pain and the hurt for all these church babies from leaders. I more protects them from leaders more than even them own trauma that they are going through. I only protects these babies that are in churches more than even my own self. And I said, God, why should I protect these babies? Why should I protect these babies from church hurt I've been doing over the years? Some church people that have opened doors for them to get ordained, for persons to know them, the babies, they turn round and stab me in my back. And I stand as a leader. I stand as a vessel to still do my very best to protect these weaker vessels, them that are in church, the new converts, the inexperienced, the ones them that are being sidesteps in ministry, the ones them that have the gifts but they don't have the knowledge, the ones them that meant well have been sidetracked, have been hurt, have been ridiculed, because I'm protecting these babies. These they may be in church for many years, but they are still weak. Protecting them from some of these vipers that they call leaders in ministry. Because of that, no, I've not get the promotion that I want in ministry. Because of that, no, leaders forms gangs and entourage and comes against me. Because of my love and my passion for God and protecting these babies in love, my name has been smeared. Because I'm protecting the love, people say I'm bad mind, I'm jealous, me want me competition, me this, me that, want walk in glory one day. I don't want no glory, because God said we must not take his glory. So any glory is God glory. And I took it for years. I took the nail in my hands, in my feet for all the weaker vessels them in church. All. All. I took it. I took it. I took it. I took it. And this is the reason why my name has been smeared, because I'm protecting the babies them that are in church. I'm protecting them more than how I preach. Yeah. I took the lies for them. I took the blow. I took the step down, because leaders step down. Pastors step down leaders because of one mistakes. They don't go to no leadership board or no counseling board. They don't say, I'm removing this title from because I'm my church. And I have to stand up in the gap for that individual. You want to know what I've gone through? These are some of the stuff that I go through as a man of God. And that's why I preach hard. That's why I teach hard. That's why I want people to be saved. I want a person to be firm. You may say I'm rough at the edges, but this is the reason why. When I'm rough with you guys, you grow faster. The faster you grow, you can take licks from leaders or from other church members that are in the church. Leaders in ministry take counsel with other members in church and rise up against me, because I'm protecting the babies, them that are in the baby that are the weaker vessels that are in the church. People that have been raped, molested, loss of loved ones, right? Father and mother abandon them. Never grow with a father, never grow with a mother. And because of that, no, I protect their integrity. I stand in the gap for them in the middle. And my name has been smeared. Me a gallus. Me no right. Me a false prophet. And all I'm doing is just showing the love. Trying to teach them. More deal with so and so because so and so of this. Not like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. All my life has been helping people. My church, one of my church that is here, can tell you from in the country. She can tell you. I helped that girl in so many ways. I even helped to moderate weddings without charging $1. Moderate and wedding. Without charging $1. Even when she said that I would pay, I said, no, I'm doing it because I want your marriage to get the best. I have helped to decorate churches for persons to get married without charging them $1. I have preached in many conferences or in many churches because I know the church can't afford it without $1. I went to church, I went to weddings, and when I went to weddings, the best man didn't turn up, so me have to in that gap without charging $1. I MC weddings without $1. And the reason why my name, as I said before, has been smeared or been ostracized, or people begins to walk past me like crab, or begins to say me bad mind or whatever, or me grudgeful, or me lossy, or me going like me better than people. They don't understand that I've been protecting even them. I'm even protecting them from pastors that wants to kill them, or leaders that wants to kill them. And that's why people has been trying to fabricate lies. Nobody have no video evidence of me doing anything wrong. Nobody have no voice note that I'm doing anything wrong. Nobody have no pictures that I'm doing anything wrong. Nobody don't have no email that I've done anything wrong. No evidence of no email. Nobody don't have no snapshot or anything, or me text you Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp in any means or there's no evidence of that about me. It's just bare speculation. be a speculation, or rather to live with God and live with man. And that's why I tell the person that I have, and listen, if you're a leader and you don't go through this either, you're not ready for leadership. If you are a leader and don't go through these things, you're not ready for leadership yet. You have to stand in the gap for the weaker vessels as a pastor. And a lot of pastors don't know. They talk about just getting ordained. That's enough. And go rap people. No, you have to stand in the gap. Not only for the rich, but you have to stand in the gap for the poor. As a leader, you don't only go to the rich person yard, you have to go to the poor person yard as well. As a leader, you don't go to the rich folks party or when the loss of their loved ones. You have to go to as well to the poor ones, them that are in the church. Local get together, local family get together, or the poor ones them that are in the church, lost their local loved ones. You have to show your presence. I know what it takes to be a leader. I have been through it. God have taken me through the process. That's why I've been ridiculed. So when you heard lies or fabrication, ask these questions. When you heard lies, fabrication, or person saying anything at all, ask them for video evidence about me. Ask them for voice note about me. Ask them all of this. Ask them. And anything that they have, I can explain. If they have anything. Anything that they have, I can explain. And that dream that this morning is very plain. I love everyone, and it is my duty. If I don't love you, it doesn't make no sense. I am serving God. If I don't love you, it doesn't make no sense. I am serving God. 1 John chapter 4 verse 20 said that, how can I love God who I can't see? And who I can see I can't love. I have to love you first before I can love God. I have to love you first before I can love God. Are you ready to go through the pain and the hurt for love? And they have done Jesus Christ all these things. They lie, they fabricate lies, they ridicule him, that he was a carpenter's son, then call him blasphemer, then test him. They said, okay, I don't want Barnabas, I want Jesus for God jail. Right? The same people them who Jesus Christ help, heal, delivered, encourage, spend time with them at them home. Them said, I don't want Jesus. Send Jesus a jail. And the reason why some of them probably join the crowd because of what they have heard. Don't listen to one side, listen to two sides. There's always two sides to a story. Give me Barnabas and kill Jesus. The same Jesus Christ now, who was with you guys all this time. Healing, deliverance, spend time, went at your family home or some family home. The same Jesus. Not even Pilate could have found anything wrong with this man. Pilate washing hand. But him still have a part to play in it as well. Regardless of how he wash his hands, wash away your hands with water, you are still a part of it. To cause Jesus Christ's demise. And the same thing you do to me. I ask persons in this. If I'm not running down church, why do you say I'm bad minded and want a church? If I'm not running down a church. Question to ask. If I'm jealous of you getting stuffed, as what many leaders say, then how comes I'm not rich now? And I don't run on fame, popularity, power, or anything like that. I don't. Why am I still in this predicament? Because I, personally speaking, I don't store my treasures on earth. My treasures is not on earth. My treasures is stored in heaven. What the profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I'm not running down anything of this world. I've been ordained in various different titles and I don't even use them. I don't even care and go say, this entity or this body or this organization or this business. Yes, I am apostle so and so and so. When I ordained till now that still stay one place till now, me not show people. And all these qualifications in terms of titles that I have. It's not important. Me not run down titles, me not run down nothing. I don't even want to be in the spotlight these days. I don't even want to be in the spotlight. And people has been fabricating lies and assume and make them. But this is how some person want to get rid of any human being that are pastors, psychology. And that's why many pastors, young pastors that are in the ministry, they don't even want to go back. That's why they live online. This is some of the reason why many pastors or leaders young leaders or inexperienced leaders, let me use that word, inexperienced leaders, that's why you don't see them have a church. You more of a see them there on the online because they are hiding behind the device. They as leaders, as young leaders or inexperienced leaders, they are hiding behind the device. Now, you see, because I've been through so much from leaders, apostles, bishop, you name it, I am not afraid of nobody. Nobody at all. And let me say this to you, regardless of who may treat you a certain way as leaders, still show them love. Regardless of how these leaders mistreat you, mislead you, still show them love. Regardless of how these leaders cause other persons to hate you or cause other persons to sidestep you, anybody can say this is true. Sidestep you. Still be respectful. You're not doing it because of them. You're doing it because of God. You're doing it because of what? Because of God. Because of God. And that's why I say that I don't care if you want to follow me. I don't care if you want to likes or comment. I don't care if you want to share it in groups. I don't care if you want to share it in your messenger. Yes, because you have some persons who are like this. They love to scream record. Go ahead. As Jesus said to Judas, my friend, go. And I'm saying to all these hypocrites, parasite, Judas, Jezebel, that is behind the scene, peeping and watching over the fence. My friend, do your work. Scream record as you want. Screenshot as you want. Chop out and put in as you want. Put in your little part, because you have to put in your little part. Go ahead. You're free to do so. Go ahead. I'm giving you permission to go ahead. Because no matter whatever you may try and do, Winston Reid will always remain in the love of God. Why? Because there is no greater love than when a man lay down his life for a friend. I lay down my character, my integrity. I took blows because I lay it to take the blow, the fabrication, the lies, the setup, the slandering, the gossip. I lay down my character to take it just for the weaker vessels them in a church. Winston Reid, does that. And that's why some person say, how comes you not have a church yet? Or how comes you never have a church? Yes, I did have a church, but because of financial difficulties before, way before, I put it down. Church not easy. Because as I fix something here, something else broke out. And you fix a member here, I the same one and broke out worse. You think church easy for lead? You think church will be easy for lead? How do I run down church? You think it's easy for lead? You think it's easy if you drive a vehicle with some goat in it? Not sheep? You think it's easy if you carry a church? You are not only seeing sheep, but you're seeing goat. And goat can't lead. Because if you lead a goat, you go down a precipice. Because sheep know the master's voice. Sheep is full of obedience. Sheep know the master's voice. Goat no know nothing. Or when Kiara pass, goat a go cross. That's how goat is. And I have goat in churches than anything else. So I've been through it. I've been through it. And I said, this season is my season. This year is my year. And I said before, it's not a matter of the tiger. You have to go through the experience of the experience. I've been through it. I have been through it. And I said this before. My friends, my colleagues, them that are in ministry, please, I don't want to have a church. I know many of them has been pushed on me, and I always said in the last video, to take over churches. I don't want to have a church. I am not interested in having a church. I'm more interested in developing the people's mind and heart. I'm more interested in empty out hell and populate heaven. I am more interested for a person to know Jesus Christ than having a building. That is what I am telling you about. I am more interested in showing people or teaching people how to love, because generally speaking, just as though the people in church really and truly don't know love, don't know how to show love, don't know even how to accept love. They don't know. The disciples then walk with Jesus Christ for many years, eat with Jesus Christ, talk with Jesus Christ, wake up with Jesus Christ, go on mission field with Jesus Christ, but yet still they never know how to pray. Jesus Christ did not get angry because they did not know how to pray. Jesus Christ said in a calm voice, when you pray, you must say, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And this is the reason why I took a lot of ridicule, ostracized, criticized, isolated, put aside, because what I'm trying my very best to teach these individuals directly and indirectly how to grow, how to found love, how to stand up, how to be a mighty and a powerful woman of God, how to walk in their gifts and talents, and how they will know the master's voice. And that's why I'm more indulged in giving persons the word of God more than anything else, because that's the fastest way a person can grow in their calling, in their title, whether it's prophetess, whether it's prophet, whether it's teacher, whether it's a pastor, whether it's an evangelist, whether it's an apostle, whether you're a bishop. And this is the reason why I do these things. I'm a lot of person may say I'm miserable. I'm not miserable. It's because I'm taking so much from so much. I could have watched many of these babies die. I could have watched pastors them a slaughter them sheep and stand aside. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. I could have sit aside and watch pastors slaughter members, weaker vessels in church. Spiritually, you know good, you know this. And when the pastor done, I took that side and said, you are special. I know you can do it, you know. Change this, change that. And this is the reason why people didn't want me. Because the knowledge that I have learned a lot. I have learned a lot. I have organized a lot of stuff. I have go through sunburn trying to make things right just for ministry. I have used my last rent money and go far out just to bless individuals. I've used my rent money to help individuals. I've used my personal money, not church money, because I was working, to ensure that these persons can send them children to school. These are the things why a person say, me and people there. Or me I look so and so. Just because me I help a brother or a sister. Just because I'm helping a brother and a sister. Sometimes the reason why persons hate me or fabricate lies because the church, the weaker vessels them or the church members them trust me more than even the house pastors them in these churches. That's the reason why my name has been smeared, because church leaders say I'm getting too popular, or the love that I have, they don't want it to show because they don't want the people to draw to me in any means. So they push me aside, they push me aside, put stipulation and regulation that, hey, you can't go to XYZ, you can't go to XYZ because they don't want me to be in the spotlight. And I've been there, and that is just the truth. Let me say this. I have been there. And I'm saying, look for the hypocrites, the parasite them, the scream shatters them, the informer them. That's what informer does. They come and spy, they come and watch. They will never like, they will never comment. They will never share. They're just here to cause problem. And you have people in a church, which is the agent of the devils and demons, that are assigned in church to take information to bring gossip and fabrication to other leaders. Some of them are right in your church, right in your own church, building right there. I've been there. I've been there standing up for leaders because the leaders expected. And I'm protecting that weaker vessel because the weaker vessel could have then last money for go do one local surgery. And I'm seeing leaders them attacking church members them because they never show them offering as much as how they want it. Or they keeping a prayer breakfast, or they keeping a function or a concert or something. And the members or the weaker vessel in church decided, okay, I didn't make a pledge, but circumstances comes up. Probably them kids sick, probably them have to dip in that money that they pledged towards the church. Right? Pledge towards the church. So something comes up, they have to dig into the pledge money that they have for the church. The pledge money that they have for the church because they have to pay probably a light bill, a water rate, a rent, the rent overdue, or them school fee overdue. And I begin to heard or listen to many leaders want to attacks behind the scene. The weaker vessels them in a church. The babies them that are in church. And I've stand in the gap for them. And because I stand in the gap, I have been ridiculed because I stand in the gap for the sister or for the brother. I have in church already, and I'm telling you this is facts. And the house pastor, the tithes and the offering is hers. But the sacrifice and the sacrifice money known as the building funds money. The building funds money. The house pastor going a thief out. Me say I've been in church that the tithes and offering is for the pastor to do whatever I want. I don't busy with that. The sacrificial money are known as the building funds money to build the house of God, to build the temple of God, to build the temple of God, to build a church. So you can understand it then. The church building funds. I see pastor are dipping at the church funds. But just because the head, he or she is the head of the church, But I'm a pastor as well. And the secretary take up her phone and call me. The secretary take up her phone and call me. And say, Pastor, the house pastor thief the sacrificial money, you know. Me say the secretary take up her phone and call me and say, you know, sir, the building funds money that you have for build the church, the house pastor take it and she not pay it back. And she use a phrase that me a borrow it by later me get it back. And she thief out the local building funds money. As I said before, the tithes and offering, I don't know what she do with it. It's not my interest. And she begins to dip into the building funds money. The Lord begins to give hope to my eyes, my spiritual discernment, and said, I can't carry that money at my home, you know. I could not carry that money at my home because my name will be more smeared. That me a thief church money. The Lord begins to speak to me. The Lord says, son, take up your phone and when you finish your call, I begin to seek the Lord, and when I begin to seek the Lord give me wisdom how to deal with the situation. Because remember, you know, the church pastor is popular. Church pastor is popular. Building the church in the country. This incident happened when I was in the church in the country. Right? But the thing about it, I said to her when the Lord gave me it, and I called the secretary. I said, secretary, this cannot be mentioned within the public space. We can't make church people here. We can't make church members here. Right? That we the house pastor or the pastor thief the money. With due respect, she the person, whether he or she, is still the house pastor, and we have to tread with this very wisely. So here what happens is that we are gonna protect her name, or his name, her or his name from the members them, from the givers them. So here what happened? Since she had thief the money, the tithes and offering is hers, and she had thief out of the building funds money. I say to the secretary when the Lord begins to reveal, I said, listen, whatever the pastor, the house pastor has took, or the leader has took, we're going to write it off. Because it's going to cause us an argument. But you see the rest of the balance of the money that you have? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to carry the church building funds money to an hardware that's have an hardware, and the hardware policy, one of the hardware policy should notify to you no refund. No refund. That's what the Lord told me to tell her. Carry the rest of the building funds money. That is want to build the church where the pastor thief out and name out. Nobody enough know. This is between me and you. Carry the rest of the money that you have and carry to an hardware. An hardware. That's a no refund of cash. Pay down on these materials for build the church. Just pay down on it and hold on the receipt. Just hold on the receipt. Make sure say it date. Make sure say it stamp. Make sure say it's signed. And make sure say the amount of money that is leave backed is on the receipt. And ensure that it collaborate with whatever notification or that you have in your record book. Just make sure of that when you do that for me. The rest, leave it up to me. And every time that I went in the church, I begins to do that. And as she get the money, she pay it. But each time when she get the look of building funds money, the pastor still want deep in it. But when she want for deep in it, it's too late. Cause as church done, she gonna hardware. As church done, the strategy is so much with the pastor that the person walk in a group or a clique, so she can't beg it, she can't scam it, and the money can't come out of the building funds money. I'm telling you of experience here. That I, Winston Reid, have been through, I've go through. And I carry all of the money to the hardware. You know what the pastor say? Begin to spread to the church. Say me and the secretary there. The house pastor begins to speak that me, Winston Reid, and the secretary there. But the secretary was married, or is married, sorry, and her husband is a Christian, is a part of the church, and her husband automatically know what is going on. So from once the secretary husband know what is going on, me good. Because of he was the outsiders, he's in the church, one of the members, but he now become a part of the information because of the lies that they are telling. And me know, because just because the pastor could not get the money for thief, when she realized that she could not get the money for thief, the building funds money to thief, she begins to spread a rumor now in the church, right? By allowing the members them. She started, you know, me talking church pastor here, the house for the church. She start a gossip, or him start a gossip in the church, and spread rumor say me and the secretary there, and me a thief the money, and all of this. For months, me I took it for months because I'm ensuring that, because people not believe, you know. But some believe, some don't. Some is stuck between two opinions. Them not sure what to believe. Because when I say that, and them not really hear my side. Because I just remain silent. I'm telling you what is happening. And the pastor rise up because me stand up in one spiritual way, still show I love, right? Right? But I'm just, the only thing that I'm doing is interjecting the knowledge and the wisdom of God to let the secretary go pay the money at the hardware and have the receipt. After a while, the whole church now begins to turn against me. The whole entire church. Say me a thief, because the only thing she has now, because the lies now between me and the secretary, when them say me and the secretary is involved. Right? And because the husband started to be walking with me now and everything, we start talking and him know what I go on. And I say, hush it down, because we can't embarrass the pastor. No matter how she set up the people them against me in the church, we can't embarrass her. We can't embarrass him. We can't tell the church people them that, hey, the church lead, the church pastor thief out the building funds money. Are going in and are deep in it hard. We can't tell them that. Because people now come to church and them not go and give. When I reach enough now and I can't deal with it anymore, and the Lord said, this is the time. There was church service, a special church service, ram, full, pack. You know, all of the hypocrites, then the parasite, them who take side. Say me a thief church money and me and the secretary there and all of them something there. I just easy myself. So you feel like I don't go through things, I go through it. Right? All I do know, I get all the stuff them from the hardware that I have planned, and I get a schedule, which is all the stuff that supposed to build the church. Now the Lord says time. So I went to the hardware now. Time the church, because I wait until the church finish. Time the church, I get a truck with all, because I collect all the receipts, you know, from the secretary. And I get All the material them from the hardware, it has been dated. It has been dated. And while I was at the hardware, I began to take pictures on my phone with every one of the receipts, them, what date, what time, you name it, this has been paid, you name it, and all the funds. So I have all of the receipts, them. The only thing that I know, I took them on my phone, I take a picture of it on my phone. When the church service finish, I roll up with the hardware stuff, them, with all of the material, them. With all the materials, them. If person, when they begin to see one big truck come up, our truck come up with the material, they might go curious. So so no matter if I preach in a go on, or whatever I go on, people are going to peep through window and look through window and say, what really I go on? Right? When they see me step out of the truck, out of the hardware truck. Out of the hardware truck. Then begins to see the material start drop. Remember, she spread the room, 70 for all of the church money. But I didn't have the church money. The church money was at the hardware. The only thing that I have is the receipt. Because even if she know that it is, because she even know that the house pastor know that even the money is paid at the hardware, but she still want to get rid of me. She still want to get rid of me because the discernment that is in me is so ripe. She want to get rid of me because me, I lock down things now. It's not me, it's God. Because I don't want God glory. I begin to drop all of the materials. Remember, it's the church building funds. It is the church building funds. The tithes and offering, she do anything what she want. She was just dipping her teeth out some of the money, some of the church building funds that people hard working, make the sacrifice and give up their light bill, their water rate, and to make the sacrifice for the building funds. You name it. People send down Western Union money, you name it, for the building funds. And I said, I can't make my character go down like that. I dropped the material I'm writing right at the church. Some person begins to, because I wait until church basically done. Because God is not the author of confusion, and let there be decently and unheartedly in the house of God. So I'm not stupid. I just time it and wait. And I make some call and wait and say, okay, church service is almost finished or almost done. Almost the benediction. Then I roll up with the truck with the hardware stuff to midnight. When I roll up now, it begins to drop off the material. Church people will come out now and, and I begins to see, go wait, can them see me that I'm going up with the receipts them in my hand. It's very loud. I said to her, here is all the receipts then that has been paid so and so month. The date is on them with all the church building funds that all the members and partners that has been contributing towards the building funds have made known from XYZ, XY, this is all the money. The secretary of all the records, you can see all the records. And I give her all the receipts. I did not give her. I think I give somebody, which is one of the leadership boards, to check. Just to double check. I said, checked. The person check all the receipts and say everything connect. This is how people know that the pastor is a thief and a liar. And all the lies that they try to smear my character. Me and who there. Me this, me that. So it's not no people as after my character. It's long time and it's years. And no human being can ever call me thief. And if anybody send me a barrel tomorrow morning, me I take pictures, me a video, and me I send it back to you, and me I go live. And me I show you where and when. And if anybody will give me things, I have to send a receipt and I have to sign it and date it. It them will give me. Anybody who will give stuff, then send it to my church account. So this is how I know about some church people is very mean. They will kill you. And this is how I become more popular. And I left the church because God says it's time for me to leave. And I left with no animosity. The pastor hate me for years. The pastor hate me for years. And when I ready to left country, the Lord spoke to her and she come back and apologized to me. She come back and apologized to me. I said, man of God, I'm sorry, you know. She never do it in the public space. But I can tell you this, as the Lord is my witness. The pastor come back and apologized to me to try to smear or tear up my character or my integrity. And I always say this again, there is two sides to every story. I am not jealous. And even so, even when she wants me to take over, I said that I don't want a church. I will stay in my 95 and preach. I did not run a church then, I did not run a church now. Then I went underneath a bishop at the time. And my bishop have about 2 churches. And I was in country. And he asked me a question that if I want to control a church. I said no. I would not leave my work. So it's not no churches want to have me to be in control. I am not running down no churches. I just want to help churches them. If it comes, it comes. Because if I have to stand in the gap, I will stand in the gap. So it's not no. A next incident that I've encountered with church leader that tried to smear my character. The pastor went overseas. He and his partner went overseas. And I realized that the pastor get donation and the pastor, he took the donation for the church building funds. It's a different thing, I tell you, This is a different church. And many persons don't know. He took the church funds. And I'm not calling no name because of reasons why. It's because I'm still protecting the church. And I'm still also protecting the integrity of the church. And I'm not here to destroy no churches. I'm just here to just telling you what I've been through. And I'm not going to call no pastor's name because I believe in wisdom. And the church pastor, near more the money. Him and him wife. And the Lord say, it can't happen. It can't happen. Me say, you have to have a board. The church pastor don't want to have a board because you want to control and you want to dismiss. And if you stand up against him, he's going to dismiss you. And I stand there and I say, God, this can't be right. Oh, pastor thief church money. Oh, pastor going to rob church money for build fund, for build a church. I say, oh, the church can't build because the day I say them I give. When I realized the pastor thief for the church money, I say, God, me not be a part of this, The man go where me start. Some of the church money that has been given, I took it, or I have discussion with the board, with the rest of the leaders. I don't only do it, I believe in protocol. And we begins to help out the less fortunate in the church. Give them local song with local kids that, so the pastor stay from way foreign and come and a cuss on the phone. Cuss on the phone. We say, oh, how can we give poor people? The church is money. That's the terminology that him use. Is money. What happened now? Every time when they offering raise now because trees off the island. I'm telling you what I've been through. So don't think I don't know people. It gives strict instruction that the offering must be collected by so and so. Right? I'm using wisdom because I don't want anybody to. I know some persons on the line probably won't know the church. Right? So, and I know. Sure, so me know. And what happened is that now I say it can't work in God. Me not doing this. My character is more important. For watch a church, I eat out church money. a church pastor eat out church money. Me not gonna be a part of this. God don't me not gonna be a part of this, God. I mean God start reason. And I say, God, me can't just leave, say, no. Find a reason for me leave. I say, find a reason. And God find a good reason. Very good reason. And, you know, when I left, person, because let me say the leaders for the leaders. It's not by choice. Leaders for the leaders. And let me say this to you. Whether you want to believe it, yes or no. Leaders or pastors, if you don't be very careful as a member, as a shepherd, and also as another leader. Leaders can cause an ex-church member to hate you. Leaders or a pastor or host pastor or that lead a flock can cause other leaders not to call you, to sidestep you. That's how powerful a church can be. And let me say this without any apology. A pastor or a host pastor who are on a church can manipulate any weak members to cause them to kill you. I said that leaders or host pastors can manipulate them members, entourage or clique who run around them, can cause them not to like you, to isolate from you, to push up them out from you, to grab mic from you, to tell lie upon you. Leaders can cause that. That is how powerful church pastors are. And if you don't have the wisdom of God, you will be a dead woman in the church or a dead man in the church. If it's not physically, they can kill you spiritually. I'm telling you. I said the house pastors can kill you spiritually without even touch you. By a chain of reaction. Because some leaders, some members, they don't have a mind of their own. If the pastor jump off of one cliff, they might jump off of one cliff too. Pastors or house pastors can cause a wife to left her husband or a husband to left them wife. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Because they don't have a mind of their own. A pastor, a house pastor, and probably this now come out in the public for you guys to know about. A house pastor can cause you to die spiritually in the church without in your presence. She just sent out he or she just sent out the order for you to hate somebody that is genuinely want to show some love, or someone that is genuinely one thing they begins to do is begins to isolate you, smear your character, smear your integrity, make you feel like you're nobody, search for your weakness so that you can use your weakness against you. If they can't find a weakness, then fabricate lies about you, killing you spiritually. And that's why many of you run from churches. Sometimes it's not literally pastor and the entourage what she send or what him send. And this is facts, me I tell you. Facts. Let me give a typical example of what they can do. That's why it's not good for you to any pastors to go to any church at all, as a guest and take members' number. Never you ever go to any church and preach and take anybody number or any member's number within the church that you're going to speak as a guest. Anytime that somebody want to speak to you, tell them to speak to their host pastor, and the host pastor will speak to you. Sometimes it's a good deeds, but sometimes it can be set up. So me not take number from nobody in nobody church. You want to talk to me, talk to the host pastor. Enough people get set up the way there. Enough pastors greedy and gravelicious, and because they want fame and power and popularity, and they want to be seen, or because they want money, they get set up them way there, and this is how Jezebel sing. Enough on a pastor out there. This is how Jezebel cripple enough on a pastor out there. One phone number you take from a member, programmed by even the pastor to seek information about you, what you're up to, and then set you up. And now you become a thief. Or you love the woman, or you love the woman, or you love flesh. You fall in the trap. Pictures and videos start taking at the home. Because camera could in at the bulb. Text as there. So when you think you delete it, it duplicating somewhere else. I'm telling you the tricks. No demon woman. What you do? Listen, you see, let's continue here. And this is how no fun to get tricked. Camera in the teddy bear. Or you in there make love to the church sister. Or you make argument to the local young daughters and the little young ones them in the church, because some of them are set up too. The little babies them that you see a come around and say, daddy, or my spiritual father, or pastor, can I talk to you for a moment or two? I'm going through this. Sometimes it is set up. You don't know, but I'm telling you. And that's why every pastor who have an office, make sure you have a glass window in your door. Ensure that you have a glass window in your door, so people can pass and look and say, nothing go on. You never go into a closed surrounding without visibility on the outside. From your secretary can look in and see you, can vouch for you, lest you will get set up in your own office. You hear? And if a young baby who are 12 and 13 tell lie on you as a man, as a pastor, and so you touch them up, police will come for you. I'm not asking you. Police will come for you. And in some case, before you even go into a office with some of these young babies, ensure that your trusted secretary is in the office as well. Because what I realize is that some of these youngsters, whether male or female, they are going through so much hurt. And the way how they are going through so much hurt in their life. In their life, they took it out upon you or throw the blame upon you. Because they can't tell the police that them father molest them, or them father rape them, or touch them up, or them cousin, or them brother touch them and have sex with them. They might throw it upon you as a pastor. Don't be naive. Don't be inexperienced. Take it from a man that is a veteran in the ministry. I have been preaching from I'm about 18 years old. I have been a Christian from I am about 15, 16 years old. 15 to 16 years old, if I can remember. Till now I'm a big man and I'm giving him my age now. So check how much years that. Use wisdom. The arm of flesh you feel that you not trust your one. And let me say this to you. And I know me I write this time. And as I said it, this video, this clip would be a blessing to you. People is going to take things out of context. People is going to screen record. I don't care. I don't care if you want to comment, share. Me no business, me no care. And that's how I reach. I don't please man. I'm not a man pleaser. Probably back then I was a man pleaser. I'm not a man pleaser. In any form or any shape. I'm a God pleaser. I am not employed by man. I am employed by God. I didn't choose God. God chose me. I was minding my own business. I did not even believe in Jesus Christ. My belief then, but back then, was just believing in Selassie and Rastafari and you name it. I did not grow into a Christian home to say, okay, this and what and blah and that. Right? So you know, sir, God literally find me. Right? Christianity was the last thing on my mind. Last thing on my mind. Christian? Not saying that I wasn't perfect as a teenager coming up, because I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. But I was like me have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As a teenager, 15, 16 going up. The Lord begins to use me officially when I'm about 18 years old. Start to prophesy, start to empower. People try to kill me because I don't have no title or coming from a well-off family or a certain class of family. I was ridiculed, I was ostracized, I was put aside, right? But I still push on in ushering, still push on in altar working, still wipe the church bench, still wipe the church floor, still wipe as a youngster. Mentor a man in the, one of the deacons see me in the church and say, man of God, son, I will help you. I was the last one. I never get a chance even to preach at the church. Still doing it. Then the Lord begins to find favor in all these people who used to ostracize me. And this is how my life begins to grow. My spiritual father said, son, I want you to do a course in Jamaica Theological Seminary. Let's come and do it, man. You can do it, man. I said, me not have time for God right now. And he said, come on. I will pay for it for you to go to Bible school. I will pay for it. Me still not interested because that's not upon my mind. As a young Christian, I took up the challenge. And I have my weakness because I used to have a speech impediment. I was stammer. I used to have low self-esteem. Still trying my very best to, couldn't read out as properly, but I can read in my mind. Because, when you have a speech impediment, you can't call words as clearly as how we would call it stammer here, where some person know it as that, right? A speech impediment. But intellectual wise, I wasn't up there, but I was up there. If you understand, I'm in between the mirror. And he said, come on, I will pay for the Bible school for you. To do this course, to do that. The greatest thing is that my mentor was admin, what do you call it? An academic dean. That's the word that he used. Academic dean. At the time in Jamaica Theological Seminary, I'm calling the name. And while I was there in Jamaica Theological Seminary, during the course, my spiritual father paid for it. As I said before, Bible school was the last thing on my mind. Going to them, and the last thing, me don't want to hear about that. Right? Greetings to my sister that I just see. She know her name. Greetings. So I stood there. And I went and I do these courses, these theology, this before Christ and after before Christ, and historical books and poet books and the four gospels them, and I begins to learn this. But while I was learning that, I still don't want to be in Christianity. But it grew me. My thing was to go back into the world and enjoy myself with my friend, them a young boy. But the thing that I love about him is that while I was there with him, teaching and learning from him, he helped me, he molded me. Because although he's an academic dean of the Bible school, right? Me give him a whole patch trouble. A whole heap of trouble. Me give him trouble like crazy. You know when you want to have your one way? I give him trouble like crazy. He never give up. Him say one day you're going to be a mighty man of God. A mighty young man of God. I said, me. He said, one of these days you're going to be a pastor. I said, stop tell lie for me, come in and see that in my life. He said, you're a mighty evangelist. I say, stop tell lie, come in and see that in my life. That is far from my mind. Whenever he's doing some degree close, because I'm still doing some course, but he was doing some PhD class. He was doing some PhD class and some degree class and some master's class. He was the lecturer, right? He was doing that. But I have the privilege. I could not pay for it, but I have the privilege. So while I was not assigned to it, I did not do no application to be in those classes. But because I'm a mentor, right, and he's a professor and he's a lecturer, right, I have the privilege to sit with him in the class. So I'm still learning, although I'm not literally writing a paper. You understand what I'm now? I'm learning in the Bible school who are doing degrees and PhDs and masters and bachelors, you name it. Because when I go look for him and I finish, I just sit in the classroom in the back and listen. Right? I'm not literally writing, you know, like them, but I'm listening and I observe and I begin to suck all of these informations from this degree class and these exegesis and all of that and terminologies of words and words that similar and verse that correspond with words. So I was just there learning it. Blessings, Daddy, from out of England, right? So I was just there learning it, right? Blessing. I see my sister say blessings, man of God. Blessing Apostle Shaina Bennett. Blessing one of my spiritual father, Roger Samuel from out of England. Yes, man. I'm blessing up some people here, man. Bless up, Sean. Bless up. All of you guys. I don't want to single out nobody. And I sat in these degree classes and master's classes and PhD classes. Remember, I don't pay for them. I just sat there because of the favor that he's the lecturer. I just sit around the back. So although he's teaching them, but I'm also learning. And education, yes, the paper is good, but it's what you retain. And I said, God, it look like God said, God gave me one free class in bachelor's and theology and PhD and these classes, that's sections, counseling classes and philosophies and different tradition and different backgrounds and where Jesus Christ was set his ministries and all of that. And I sat in the classes and I learned. And when I one-on-one with him now, I begins to challenge him. My spiritual father, my mentor, and he has been my mentor from I am 15 years old, 16 years old till now. Till now, he has never given up on me. And the thing about it is that he's not even a Jamaican. He's come from a different island. He did not only sow in my life spiritually, but he see the gift that I didn't see, and he helps me. And that's why I see gifts in other persons and try my very best to help them. I identify them. So the same treatment that I have learned from him, the concept, the principle of Christianity, is the same thing that I've learned to give across to them. I don't bury people alive. I was the last one out of 8 person that he was mentoring. 9, I think it's 9 of us. He was mentoring. All of them get preaching assignments and a massive church. I was the last one. I was the rejected one. And believe in me, saints of God, I'm out of 9 of us. Some took a foreign, some give opportunity a foreign. Right? But I was, because some was like baby to him, younger than me, but him adapt them and carry them up because of age-wise. Because of our age-wise. Right? They were underage. I wasn't anymore. And believe you me, saints of God, everybody turned back out of Christendom. I was the only one that still remain as a man of God, as a son of the soil, and as a son to him. And also I'm the only one out of the 9 of us as a pastor, as an apostle. Out of all of the 9 that he's mentored before me. Out of all of them that he has make so many sacrifice and send them to school and help them up and you name it. I was the least. Didn't get much. But I get much. I didn't get much physically. But I gain a lot of stuff spiritual. This is how I end up in so much things in these classes. Learning and knowing. And I'm saying God. But the thing that I learn about in Bible school. And it's facts. It's a good thing to go. Don't get me wrong. But you will lose yourself in the process if you don't hold on God. You will preach what mankind teach you and not what God teach you. You will preach off of papers and tablets and don't leave off of the pages, off of the tablets and the devices them. Sorry. What am I basically saying? You can go to Bible school, known as seminaries, and you can come out like cemeteries. No power, no anointing, no vision, no Holy Ghost, no room for the Holy Ghost, no room for the Holy Ghost teaching. Just man knowledge, man philosophy. And this is just the facts. So, this is very powerful, that I said. And I can guarantee you, you can watch this from the beginning. Whatever I am saying, all of these that I'm saying from early out, who come on late, I'm asking you, and I'm saying this to you, I'm pleading this to you. Watch this live again from the beginning. Greetings, Mr. Burton, Pastor Burton, Dixon Burton. Greetings, man of God, a powerful man of God that I've seen and observed. Keep on doing the master's work. Apostle Shaina Benny, keep on doing the master's work. God is going to use a mightily, woman of God. Let me say this: the best is yet to come. My daddy, one of my spiritual father, Roger Samuels from out of the UK. Greetings. Thank you for praying for me. Sean, thank you, man of God, that always giving me a good advice in over the years, and all these other leaders in your perspective leadership position. I thank you so much. Let me say this to you. This message, I'm saying this to the leaders. Please watch the live over. It will touch you. Watch the live over. You will see it. You will see it. Please do it for me. Do it for God. You will learn a lot. I love people genuinely. Genuinely. When I lost everything, I lost mother by death. I lost my biological mother by death. I lost my biological father by death. I lost my father, my brother by death. And these are my immediate family that I live with. Right? My other brother that I used to live with. Right? My mother house get burned down, and his father took him, and we have never seen him again. So in all my life, is a lot of loss. Right? And then God changed it around and said, son, you have lost a lot. And because of that lot, I used to go to, listen, I used to be dunce like bad, couldn't read. I used to be dunce like bad, couldn't read. And the Lord began to change my circumstances. Is that when I was in junior high schools, Constant Spring, all age school, I could not even read. I was following the crowd. Then the Lord begins to change my life and allow me to be prefect, then head boy. After that, the Lord begins to change my story. Right? Then I begins to learn, look up stuff now as a head boy, and begins to learn to read. Still not, God did not give up. The leadership begins to show. The Lord allowed my life to be a president of the police youth clubs. You know, it's a police youth clubs. Right? And all these various different clubs. Right? Now I become one of the most fastest boy in the high school. Sorry, in the junior high school, Constant Spring Primary and Junior High. The fastest boy in track and field who knows my life. And I used to saw track and field as my escape out of Jamaica. Out of Jamaica. Because my mother did not have it. I have to eat, go to school very much hungry. School fee couldn't pay. One bag of crackers serving for several days. I have to eat in crumbs or leftover food from my friends them. You think I have it easy? Me used to eat just rice and butter and rice and local seasoning, not meat kind. Ton car meal. You think I have it easy? Could not afford me if I walk to school. Now I'm no brand new uniform. This is where I'm coming from. Dunce like bat. I was a visitor. Go when me ready, go when me feel like. Follow bad company. Brother, bus gun up in the ear, me I carry gun in my waist, I hide gun for me brother. Back then, in my past. Grew up that I want to even commit suicide. Whether it's by aisle, whether it's by drinking this, drinking that, drinking this, drinking that. Grow up again and saw all persons dealing in drugs activities. Still all on for my Christianity. You want to know what I go through? Let me give you an illustration. Begins to take my time in church activities. Sometimes I spend some time down my spiritual father. I've never, in all my years that I've known as a teenager growing up, I've never, because all my mother grown me, grow us, my brother and I, we have one room, but we have never sleep in the same bed. My brother and I has never slept in the same bed. He has one bed and I have my own bed. He has his bed and I have my bed. That is all my mother grew us. One room but two different bed. It must be a reason why my mother do that. It's not like my brother grew up and we hug up and we... No. One bed, one bed. Because we don't believe man and man must sleep together. Whether you're brother or whatever. So we have one bed. I'm just telling you how I grew. Right? Grew up again and then, listen, I was abused. I was abused by my stepfather. Morning, noon, and night. My mother put her man over me. I get beaten morning, noon, and night. For reason, for no reason. Box, kick, stamp on, thump, spat on. Stay in the corner, no eat, no food for days. Sleep underneath the bed. You want to know my life? So when you see me shining now, don't bad mind me. Being ridiculed. I have to kneel down pan backer stop. You know the backer when you pull off after Malta backer? I have to kneel pan them. My punishment, me have to stand up in the sun. No food to eat for days while my stepfather is eating. You want to know what I've been through? When you look on my back, it's full of beer, whale and cut and marks. And the thing about it is that he has never treated his own blood like that. His own child like that. Even although my mother saw it, when his own child from a different woman comes in, his child get everything. When them finish eat, the same bone when them go eat and I try up, I eat me go try up. Want to know my life? I'm telling you my life. Their eat and left is what me have to eat. So the bone when them put in their mouth several times, that's my meal afterwards. I've been through it. It didn't make me a worse person. I was bitter. That's why I can teach people about anger and bitterness, and resentments, and the list goes on. The way things were so bad for me that all my underwear clothes them was very much torn. Couldn't even afford roll on if you use lime or baking soda. You want to know what I've been through? This is what I've been through. My own mother almost squeezed my private parts, my testicles them together, trying to kill me for my stepfather. You want to know what I've been through? I have to sleep in a cellar where dog flea is because I could not sleep in the same home. You want to know my life? I have to sleep on a rooftop or sleep underneath a car. I used to sit and lay with my neighbors them food. You want to know what I've been through? Because you see sometimes pictures nice and dandy, but have you ever checked the story behind it? I've been there. I've been there. I've been there when neighbors throw them food. That's my food before the dog catch it. I have to time myself in terms of trying to make my sanity. And that's why nothing in this world can bribe me. Nothing. I don't jealous of a nobody. I don't bad mind of a nobody because I've been through the worst. You want to know what I've been through? I'm telling you. I'm seeing all the works of evil that a young person must not see. As a young boy growing up, I have to be cleaning my stepfather's car every day. And if I miss it, I get a black and blue eye. Be a box in the head me get. You see me, but you don't know my life. Family, they saw it but can't help because themselves want help. I've been there. I've been there. Witchcraft, let me give you a story because you don't know. Rituals, when my father died, biological father died, they have them look at rituals when they put baby over grave. So about up, you gotta take care of them or guide them. Ritual, I've been there. Witchcraft home, my mother and her sisters has carried me there and I share it over and over. They carry me to Mother Bad Pan as a baby. And I have no choice. I have to go. They bathe me in a Mother Bad Pan with all sort of oil. Powder. Kangaroo like how first me see so much kangaroo and coconut. I mean, when I rice and peas, them I go cook. Crystal ball. Skull pan altar. 3 of us went, 4 of us leave. 3 of us went. Me, my mother, and my auntie. When the man done, 4 of us leave. Didn't have much friends. My friends was a demon. My friend was a demon. He talks to me. He reads with me. He show me things behind my belief. Oh God. I'm trying to get rid of this thing off my phone. The devil is a liar. Anyway, my face don't have to show. This thing come on my screen as I begins to speak about this. The devil is a liar. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the devil really will. Something comes up on my phone screen. That entity, that demon, that when we leave that Obia place. He was my friend, my cousin, my mother, my father, everything. I lived with that demons for years. He shows me a lot. We cry together. Sometimes people think I'm mad because they saw me laughing, but they're not seeing who I'm laughing with. We eat together. And sometimes you parents, you don't know what you're doing to your own child. You don't know what you're doing to your own child. That demon was the best thing that ever happened to me back then. But when I get to meet Jesus, I realize that he's a better friend. When I have that demon back then, that entity, and this is how I can tell you that demon know who living for God from who is not living for God. My body used to be one place, whether it's in my home, whether it's underneath my bed. My body used to be one place, and my spiritual man and my good friend that I call my good friend demon, that entity, that ghost, that Satan, that dragon, whatever you may want to call him, we used to go around and part together in the spiritual realm. Sometimes even in my neighbor's house. Just telling you what I am telling you. This is how I can tell you that the demonic realm is not a normal place. And I can give you histories. You could have who are not living for Christ. Who have a person that is possessed by a demon can touch the individual and they can come their way. I'm teaching you something and I'm telling you something that is facts, and this is my life. Used to be my life. Remember, that I didn't grow up in a Christian home. I didn't grow up in a Christian home. When that entity begins to move, I begins to see a lot of stuff. And demons know demons. Demons know demons. When I invited to a church, I used to go to church just to laugh at church people, especially when I'm speaking in tongues. When I went to a church, and the church that my mentor was, or be a pastor there, or one of the deacons them there. When I get delivered from that entity out of me, that demons out of my life, I was free from the entity, but I still feel empty. And not a lot of person you see go through deliverance. They can be delivered, and that's why as a pastor you have to fill it back, that emptiness, with by reassuring the individual or by supporting them both financially or also spiritual feeding. You can't just deliver a person like that and leave them. That emptiness is right there still. And if you don't fill it with God's words, with motivational speech, with assurance and empowerment, that entity is going to come back. It's not going to come back alone. It's going to bring 7 wickeder demons. So I was reassured, because remember, you're baptized, you don't even know God's voice. Greetings, my son. I say, greetings, apostle and my teacher, unto the household of faith. Greetings, Anthony. You have to fill the gap. And that's why a person is going to ministry and I cast out demon and I do this and I do that. You don't even know the heart of it. You can't open portals and don't close portals. You cannot open demon doors for send them down in a demon or send them down in a hell. And you know close down hell. How can you want to draw a pit or sewage out of your home? You pull the sewage top off. Get the chuck. To pull out, and you don't close back the sewage over. Same thing. You have to close the doors or the windows or the portals. And let me say this to you: when I get delivered, I didn't know how I get delivered. I can't tell you. I don't know if I have talking and whatever. I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no knowledge of it. A person that are going through deliverance and cast out demons and them at demon attacking, honestly, they don't have no knowledge of it. And many of you guys are very inexperienced when it comes to demons. And you want to go open ministry? If God don't call you for him come in, do ministry, don't go. Anyway, when I get delivered from those entities, because it's more than one, but there's always a stronger one. No care if you have about what those demons inside of you, there's always be a main one. A lot of persons are failed to understand that when you're casting out demons, you have to know their name. Demon will not move out of that individual that easily unless you have to know their name. Every demon has a name. Oh, I know that. Remember that I was possessed with one. You have to know the name. All spirits are spirits, but they come in different form. All demons are demons, but they come in different form and shape. Some comes in a kid, some come in a lizard, some comes in a father. But at the end of the day, they are still the same, one demon. When I begins to get delivered and I begins to pursue God, when I begin to pursue God, remember, if I was possessed, then a lot of stuff that I know in the demonic kingdom, in the underworld, and saints of God, this is my life. This is what I've been through. This is my testimony. And if you want to hold on for me, past one, but I'm doing this to help somebody here. When the Lord begins, since I've known a lot of stuff about how them operate, how they move, how they look like, there was an hit on my head by the underworld that they have to get rid of me. But they could not get rid of me because I was in the church now. So what the enemy used now, he has to get when you're in the church and serving God as a leader, worse if you're a deliverance leader, and the enemy can't get you, there is two main things that they have to. When you're a deliverance leader, there is 2 or 3 things that they have to. If you're a deliverance minister, or apostle, or a prophet, or a prophetess, you name it, go right across. 3 things or 2 things. And these are 2 or 3 things which is the key. 1, when you're a deliverance minister casting out demons out of people, you have to realize that there is an assignment that is set out to get rid of you in any means possible. Any means possible. You now become hell number 1 target. Notice my words. You now become hell number 1 target. Let me repeat myself. You now become hell number 1 target. Or you are on the number 1 wanted list when you're a deliverance minister. 1, if he can't get you, he's going to attack who married to you. He's going to use your husband against you. He's going to use your wife against you. If you are a deliverance minister or a prayer warrior, in any means possible, he's going to use your husband against you or your wife against you if you're married. Because you are more stronger than him, or him is more stronger than her. And what does he does? He makes your wife or your husband see each other as enemies. That's where you find person say that, who me married. That is one as a deliverance minister. My word. My word. 2, when you're a deliverance minister and he can't literally touch you, he attacks your finance. The demons attacks your finance. You wonder, every money where you get now work, where the money gone? Bills are piled upon you because he has to frustrate you. He has to frustrate your mind. Because the main thing is to get you weak. And the only way that he can get you weak spiritually is to attack you, is to attack the mind. So you can't read the word again. You don't want to go to church again. So you attack the finance around you. If he's still not if he's attacking the finance, and that's why you may find some client that you used to have is not there anymore. You wonder what happened. You may find that your business now prosper again. You're wondering that your finance is not as fruitful as it used to be. Because the enemy sends locusts, palmerworms, and locusts. Locusts, palmerworms, and caterpillar to attack the finance over your life. When your finance begins to attack, and if you're married, you will attack your wife or your husband by throwing this thing known as the blame game. Blame game. I'm telling you how adversary works and how they move and how they weaken down Christians. Don't watch speaking in tongues. And every demon afraid of speaking in tongues. Demons are afraid of the power, the anointing, and the name of Jesus Christ that is living in you. That's what they are afraid of. What happens now is when he attacks your finance, when demon attacks your finance, if you're a leader in any means, in any capacity that you are, I'm teaching you these things because it's something that I know from in my past, and the Lord has given me more revelation since I become a man of God or a Christian. Right? Now, what happened when he attacks your finance? Please listen to me, leaders. This is serious. If he can't get you now, then he use church members against you. Your own become turn against you. If you are weak, because the main aim, one, is to shut you down and to shut down the church. Because if you're gone, or if you are no longer the leader of the church, then all the members will scatter and go back in the rum bar and the gambling shop and the prostitution shop and go live with baby father and go live with man and go live with woman. So they have to get rid of you. Because of you, I pull them back in and they're ready to fall out. You understand it now? So you are the main key. You are the chief cornerstone. So they have to remove the chief cornerstone, which is you, the main column. That's the reason. If he doesn't use that, he use your kids against you. Or your family against you. To weaken down you. There's a lot to be learned when it comes to demon possess. There is a lot to be learned when it comes to demon possess. And that's what God allowed me to go through this process. You may not go through it as a woman of God or a man of God. You may not go through it. That's not your testimony, but I, Winston Reid, have been through it before I become a man of God. How can I empower you guys if I don't go through it? Some people talk about demon possess. Have you ever been through it yet? Some people talk about witchcraft and up here. Anger, mother, bad pan. Well, somebody have carried me. Personally speaking, they have carried me there already. Before I become a man of God, I was naive. I was a baby. I was inexperienced. So, I know how demons speak in people's ears. I know how demons move. I know when persons been possessed. I know how demons attack persons in their dreams, in their visions. I know about spiritual wife, spiritual husband. I know about different ranks and how demons get them, and how demons get in different ranks. I know. Some person attack, but them attack because of person's experience. Well, I've been through the process as a man of God. And let me repeat myself, just for you. Bless up Prophet Kirk. I can't teach you about possession of demons. I was in it. I was in it. My mother, my auntie, carried me to a Obia man. Be a kangers. I was possessed with demon before I become a Christian. That is my past. And when the Lord changed me now to be and I become a Christian and become a man of God and begins to learn the process and go through the different ranks, become a altar boy, a evangelist, a usher, a evangelist, a missionary, a minister, and these are titles that I have, right? A pastor, and now I become an apostle. The only title that I didn't have, two titles, really, literally on paper, is a bishop and a prophet, literally, and a piece of paper. And when I was delivered from all these demons that was possessed and lodging me and all of them sitting there, and that's why I can teach you about them. That's why I can educate you about them. How can you understand a person that has been raped? Truly raped. The real depths and feelings if you have never been raped. Apart from God reveal this information to you. Well, I've been through the process in terms of possessions by entities. And that's why I'm not afraid of demons. And let me say this to you, demons will never be your friend. Demons will never be your friend. They don't like friends. They don't keep friends. Demons don't take day off, vacation, maternity leave, sick leave. They don't. They constantly seeking who he may devour. You have different demons with different ranks. If you have a police force have corporal, then you have sergeant, then it have what? The commissioner. And the list goes on. Or inspector, then commissioner. Right? You have different ranks of demons. You have demons that are rookies. Rookie demons is that they know that you don't smoke ganja. But they send a demon to come tempt you to make it look like, say, if you go smoke ganja. And deep down your heart, you don't smoke ganja. Those are called rookie demons. Rookie demons is that you don't drink alcohol. You don't drink rum. And they send a rookie demon to come tempt you with alcohol. Those are called rookie demons. Or inexperienced demons, if you want to call it. So you can understand. The real demons that they will send now is the one that know your weakness. Know say your boy you're weak when it comes to woman. You love money. You love power. So that's why they have monitoring spirits. Because Satan can't be at two places at once. It's only God alone can do it. This underworld thing is very dangerous. You know? People just attack. Attack, but you don't even know. How demons build their altar is different than how you think they build their altar. You have two ways, you have many ways that they build their altar, different. And Christians, as we build our altar one way. One way. Just prayer and fasting on the altar. Nothing. And I look at water and look at olive oil and we build our altar and we consecrate it. I mean the Holy Ghost dealt with. Well, the demonic realm is different. It's totally different. How they build the altar is different. One, some use blood sacrifice. Two, they build a circle with so much pentagrams and candles around. And the witch and the warlocks are whosoever is in the mirror. The head is in the mirror. And all the rest of them around the candles. That is one way. Two, an next altar that they build. Right? That many of you guys don't know. They dig a grave and bury the satanic worshippers them in the grave and cover them. Only their head leave out. And be a candles around them. Many of you guys did not know that. And next way that they build their altars, they use candles and powders and all of that with a skull head. With a human skull head. I'm teaching you guys because you don't know. I mean, some person are going at some deliverance and people don't know that. Do you know that when you are tired, you must not do deliverance? Do you know that when your body is tired, you must not do deliverance? Demons will lick you, not care how anointed you are. When you are tired, go and get some rest. Leave that demon to fight for one next day. Go and get the body, get some rest, because You don't understand that if you cast out that demons, when that individual leave, is you are the one that is going to feel the effect. The headache, the pain, the hurt. Ask any deliverance minister when they begins to deliver persons from the hands or the jaw of the devil. Demonic realm is very dangerous. And let me say this to you. As Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 7 says, they make sacrifice unto devils. You're talking about knowing demons? You have to know them. How demons enter into your home? Some of you don't even know. Some of you don't even know. You want me to tell you some portals? Let me teach you some portals. One, demons comes through your home that you guys take light. Through windows or glass. Mirrors, we call it mirrors. So those, some of the mirrors they wanna buy from certain place, from certain nations, people place. Some of these places has been owned by devils. So they sell you mirrors. You are seeing yourself, but there's a demon that is behind those mirrors. We call them magic mirrors. Many of you guys did not know that. We call them magic mirrors. And this is how exchange of destiny becomes. Because every day you go in the mirror, you look at it as innocent, but there's a spiritual aspect behind it. I'm not saying all mirrors, but I'm just telling you a gateway. And it have all the fancy designs on it that's have demonic symbols on it. Or demonic marks. Do you check the mirrors? Check the mark, check the design, check the frame. Check the fine print round the back. You guys don't know. Because demons are attracted to their own devices. That's why the Bible said that don't be ignorant of Satan's devices. Satan has devices, mark, symbols, object, mirrors. And someone who don't even know, because sometimes the witches and the warlocks, they know that you're going to use their bathroom. So they allow you to go into their bathroom. That's why someone will have hemorrhage, constant bleeding. You think of fiber or gallstone. It's not. And you see, the Lord has, yes, when it comes to possessions, yeah, I know some stuffs. That's why the enemy is after me. Bad. 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 That's one way. The next way, you open up yourself, because when you become sexual active with many persons, you open portals to come into your home. They call them spiritual tide. You hear somebody say you tie up? That's another one. 2, how demons is in your home and you don't even know or recognize. Many of you guys are living on graves. Many of you guys are living on graves. They lick off the tomb head and build a house upon graves. So deep down the foundation is built on an evil altar. That's why every time you're in the apartment, you feel heaviness, you feel like somebody will hold you down. You feel like, you know, somebody will watch you, because the house that you rent or the house that you bought is built on grave. Because you did not go and look for the historical backgrounds of how demons moves or come through. You understand it now? I'm just giving you a few tips. There's a whole lot. 3 or 4. How demons, you know that your house is built on even altars. Right? The foundation, they are sprinkle demonic or witchcraft powders and goat blood and you name it in the foundations. And that's why sometimes when you're in a certain section of your home, you feel theater, your face start burn you. You feel like somebody will box you. You feel like somebody will hug you. It's very serious. But as I said before, I got a dream this morning, early this morning. And believe you me, watch it. And if you watch it, you will understand my story. I will not go any further. I will not go any further. So God bless you. Until next time, please watch over this. And you understand my stories right through. And I've took this in silence because of church. Because I'm protecting the weaker vessels them in church. Watch it. Please watch this live all over. You will learn a lot. Until next time, in Jesus' name, have a wonderful day in the presence of God. In the presence of God. In Jesus' name. Bless you.